Thanks for joining us. Hey, I want to share something that I picked up from James Montgomery Boyce and his devotional book, Come to the Waters. So I can remember this time of year, and it seems like we stayed in school till June, right? You know, back in grade school. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I remember going to St. Mary of Goston in Downers and being out on the playground on like a day when it was like 79 degrees on the parking lot, which was the playground where we played, and playing soccer or whatever we played, coming back inside, you know, young guys were all sweaty and everything, and we're sitting there at our desks, and maybe we got to go by the bubbler. We had some nuns that always referred to the water fountain as the bubbler. I just always appreciated that. It just jolts me back to the 60s. And I can remember sitting at my desk sometimes just parched, just like, oh man, and you couldn't just get up and walk out there. I suppose I could have asked, but I remember I had this dream, and that was that I had like a little refrigerator right there in my desk where I could have 7-Up, which I hardly ever had. If I did, I was really boosting it from my dad, and I'd get into trouble. But that's a whole nother story. But when was the last time you were really thirsty? You know, it's like we as Americans, we've got access to good drinking water, cold stuff, all, you know, and sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want just water, I want a Coke Zero, and anyway. But here's what Jesus said, if anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. You think he's talking about coming in from the playground and wanting to go over to the bubbler? Let me put it another way. Do you have any dissatisfaction in your life, in your inner world? Is there something that just isn't cutting it? Yeah, I think that's kind of what he's getting at. And that there is something about being human that we're not satisfied. And I think that's what he's getting at. And he talks about that if we come to him, that he wants to satisfy us. Out of his heart will flow rivers of living water. Man, that's even better than the ice cold 7-Up that I wanted to have in my desk, right? So what does Jesus say? Believe the right things. Pay your tithes. No, he says, come. So today, it's real simple invitation. Come to me. He doesn't say come to church. Now, I'm all for that. And Scripture would be all for that. And Jesus is all for that. But until we understand that he's the one that we need to come to, then we're really not fully part of the church anyway. It's not the building that's going to do it. It's not the ceremony that's going to do it. It's not some spiritual rite. Those are avenues of grace that hopefully connect us with Jesus. And then when we come to him, we need to drink. We need to receive. We need to just say, Jesus, I'm dissatisfied in this area. Whatever it might be. I don't even want to fill in the blank for you today. But the other thing would be, when do you come? Well, you know, I'm going to make an appointment. I'm going to come to Jesus later. And you know, we've got this expression in our culture today. And the first time I heard it, I thought they really meant it. They said they had this come to Jesus moment, right? And I thought they really meant they were coming to Jesus. But no, they just kind of meant like a moment where they stopped and they were honest. But so in that sense, it is real. And I hope you do have a come to Jesus moment. And you might say, but preacher, I'm already a follower of Jesus. But let me ask you something. Are you bringing your thirst to Jesus? And one other group of people, it's like, no, I am a Christian, so I don't have any thirst. I don't think it works that way. It's just that we know how to get to the bubbler. And the bubbler is really Jesus. I hope you go to Jesus and you go to him now. God bless you. Have a great week.